Well, happy Thursday, everyone. How you all doing? Got a couple people in here tonight. Let's see. Dutch Off-Grid Homesteading. Our friend from Holland is here. Josh's Kitchen, making lemonade from lemons. Duncan 1900. Brenda, thank you so much for being here. Always appreciate your attendance and your excellent skills in the monitoring department. For those of you maybe new here today, our primary genre is the homesteading community, but we welcome anybody in here. I don't care what type of channel you have. Everybody is welcome. And what we do here today is we just kind of do a quick audit / review of your channel. They're randomly picked. We go in and we try to show you how your channel looks to others when they come in and see it. What can you do with your channel to, I'm going to use the word spice it up, make it more presentable, make sure that your banner's looking good, make sure that your thumbnails are maybe the way they should be, that some of the little gotchas don't exist. We don't go into deep detail. We don't go into the underlying search SEO, the search engine optimization things. We don't get into that. But we look at it from a presentation standpoint as to how others see your channel. So often it is, it's not, you don't recognize how others see it because you're used to seeing it the way that you see it. And frankly, they may see it in a whole different way. So one of the ways we do that is we randomly pick from a wheel a channel to bring up on the screen, and I kind of hate to use the word review, but let's just say to examine, to see what it looks like, and make some generalized comments that apply not only to homesteading channels, but it applies to gamer channels, it applies to music channels, it applies to racing channels, it applies to whatever the genre is, because we're looking at the overall presentation of your particular channel, no matter what that could be. That's all the same. We make recommendations based upon standards that are set by such people as Daryl Leaves, Nick Nimmin, D. Nimmin, vidIQ, TubeBuddy, and many others. So let's see, a couple more names coming through here. More Homesteading, Ecocentric, Homestead Geeky Gardens, Kinfolk Farm of Georgia. Oh, way too many. J Love Adventures, thank you for being here. Folks, the people in the blue are our wonderful moderators, and be sure that you check them out. They all have good content. They all do a wonderful job. And many of them you will see on a number of various live streams, because I think their second job is being a moderator, and they do a fantastic job. If you see some names floating up that are in green, those are the wonderful folks that are helping to support Two Family Homestead by being a member of the channel. If you go down underneath, click that join button, you can help support us to bring you more videos. The type of channel we have is not an overall big view channel. We don't put out very much content that will go out and get 20 and 30 and 40,000 views. We primarily do education. We primarily do live streams from various events, and maybe get 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 views per stream. And that's just not the same thing, where you get I'm going to use the term, even semi-popular YouTuber, where when they put out a video, they're getting 2,000 or 3,000 or 4,000 per video, and they're putting out 3 or 4 or 5 videos a week. Well, those people are making a little bit of money. We are not. So that's the reason for the memberships. We're simply asking if you can afford it, if you like what we're doing and you like more from the educational standpoint. And I see we have somebody new here, but I can't read it. Welcome to Smudges, people. White Picket Fence. Sky, thank you so much for jumping on board here. So if you do join our channel, you get to come up in the big green like that. You'll have the green, you get the smudge icon. There's going to be some other things. There's various levels that are available, but only if, number one, if you like what we're doing and you have if you have the ability to help us out, we certainly appreciate it.
Today is Nathan's birthday. He's a legend.
We have a legend in the room that has a birthday. Oh my goodness. That guy from Samson Farms? That guy from Samson Farms. Folks, if I could sing, I'd sing happy birthday, but I can't sing, so that would probably, you'd all have to turn down your sound. And so anyway, Samson Farm, happy birthday. Nathan, happy birthday. May you have many more.
They're asking you to turn down the music.
Okay, I thought I maybe had it down enough, but apparently not. It should be down. Is it down?
Brenda's the one that asked you to turn it down.
Okay. All right. Well, as we sometimes do, as far as just getting started tonight, if you want to get your name on the wheel, you type in exclamation wheel, no spaces, just exclamation point wheel, and we have a bot. It used to be Smudge, but unfortunately that bot has problems with Google right now. So exclamation point wheel, and we have a Stream Element bot that will be more than happy to give you the link to the form for you to fill out, which a number of you have done. They put your name on the wheel. But tonight, the first person that had their name on the wheel, I went ahead and pulled their channel up. And so let me cut over to that right now, and let's take a look at somebody that I think is new to the channel here. I don't recall ever seeing them before. And the name is Spotty Duck Homestead. It's obviously a newer channel. They got 67 subscribers. They got 29 videos. So let's go take a look at Spotty Duck Homestead.
They're from across the pond.
Okay, they are from England. All right, so their homepage, let me enlarge this as best as I can here. They have a trailer video here that's 1 minute and 17 seconds long, which is a great length. This video that's playing underneath here is only going to be shown to those people that are not subscribed. Now, I come in and look at everybody's channels as not being subscribed. If you notice up here in the upper right-hand corner, it says sign in. I am not signed in. I want to be sure that when we look at your channel, we're looking at it from the standpoint of somebody new to your channel. How does your channel present itself to somebody new? So that's how we do it, because you seldom see your channel from this viewpoint. So Spotty Duck Homestead. They've got what looks to be a very nice picture, blocked off, beautifully centered on the banner, and they have a very, very unique little logo thing here with the duck. Well done.
How many subscribers do they have right now?
I think that they had
68.
67, it looks like. But they're up to 76.
Yeah.
All right, so Spotty Duck Homestead from the other side of the pond. Let's go to the About page and find out a little bit more about them. And the description reads as follows. Join us as we grow our own food, rear our own meat, hunt, forage, and enjoy the country life, all while home educating our two boys. Based in northern England, between the northern edge of the Pennine Hills and Hadrian's Wall, and those places are not familiar to me, is a little house with a little garden, home to our family, our dogs, ferrets, ducks, and chickens. Our property measures about 300 meters, just over 3,000 square, 300 meters square, just over 3,000 feet squared, it looks like. With a quarter used as a vegetable garden, we have just taken on a patch of rough ground as an allotment, about 400 meters, where we are keeping our ducks and chickens and hope to grow more veg next year. Our aim is to produce as much of our own food as possible in the small space we have. Well, this is a very interesting read. But I would like to make a comment here. and I find this fascinating. Number one, thank you so much for being here all the way from England. You somehow found us in here in north central Ohio, where we travel all over the United States.
But they found us on small YouTube. Remember I
Yep.
reviewed the link?
They are a member of Small YouTube Homesteaders, a Facebook group. I'm glad they found our channel here, but let me make a couple comments here. I find this fascinating, but I don't know what you're talking about because your measuring system it's foreign to us. And we have a lot of people in here from the United States. We do have one from Holland, and there may be some from Australia. I know we get some Australian folks in here. And where else do they come from? Scotland, Australia.
Holland.
Yeah, Holland is in here. But Philippines, okay. But I'm gonna go look myself later. But if this would be possible, and if you would like engaging with perhaps a lot of, I'm going to use the term American homesteaders, it almost puts the onus on you to explain a little bit how these measurements work. So I'm looking at this, and I read this as 300 meters squared. I don't know if that's correct or not. I hope it is. But typically here in the United States, property measurements are done in like acres. Oh, we got 3 acres or 3.5 acres or an acre and a half. And the term allotment, excuse me, the term allotment is also it's a foreign word to us. And you have that down as 400 meters squared. So if you could, and like I say, the onus appears.
Bev's in here. She just told you.
What's that?
Bev is in here. She's 300 meters squares. Hang on. Our half-acre homestead.
Oh, okay. All right, we have a Canadian friend in here.
Square meters and squared meters is different. Huh?
Squared meters, wait a minute, squared meters and...
The garden's about 1/15 of an acre. He just put that.
Okay.
Spotty duck.
Okay. So, and again, this is just from an interesting concept. Try to make it easier to understand, get people all on the same page, because you do have an audience here. You do have an audience. If you follow some of the live streams, there's homesteading live streams every evening of the week, 7 days a week. And you'll find there are a lot of wonderful people out here in this genre, and we certainly welcome you. Let's get back to your page here. Typically, I will tell people that try to keep your paragraphs in your About page to 3 lines maximum before you have a space. You have one at 4, and that's fine. It's easy to read. You have your email address properly located on the page here, and you have a link to Instagram. If you have a Facebook account, this is also a great place to put another link to your Facebook account. So I see that you just joined last year. So, like I say, pretty new channel. Let's look back here and see if you've created any playlist yet. And you have. Okay, so the playlist can be created only with one video in. I would not do that unless you have plans to expand that playlist. And by default, there's some playlists that exist that shouldn't. Again, this is in our opinion, and you've already cleaned those up. So let's just glance at a couple of these. And I want to see if you put descriptions on your playlist like you're supposed to do on videos. No, there's no description here. So let's do this one. It has the most in it. Now this one has a description. Right here is where your description is. So you might want to go back into any of those playlists that don't have this description and put that in there. And use as much space as is necessary. Just putting a couple words is not necessarily the best thing to do. You're conveying information. So it's always best if you can explain yourself. We'll jump back into your videos and take a quick peek here at your thumbnails. Let me pull this up. Try to get about 18 of them displayed here. That looks fairly good. Okay. And what I like to do is, in doing this, I will pull up, get a page full of thumbnails, and just kind of glance over them and try to see which one my eye lands on. Which one of these thumbnails beckons to me to go look deeper. And typically you will find facial expressions will do that. Or it could even be an animal. Something that jumps out at somebody to make you go look closer. If it's a real busy thumbnail with a lot of stuff in it, not so much. If it's got a lot of text in it that's too small to read, not so much. So let's go ahead and pull the glass up. Now, if your most recent video here, titled New Incubator, setting up our new, it's obviously a type of incubator. The new incubator is fine. That's big enough print that people can read it. But I will caution you that script is much harder to read than other types, and this is bordering on a scripted print. And then the smaller print down here is just absolutely too small. It doesn't need to be there either. The new incubator is fine. You can put the rest of your description in the title of the video. Jump over here to the next one. Okay, by putting up the glass here, I'm going to try to read this. It says starting seeds. Starting seeds. I couldn't wait any longer. And then you have something, but it's pink. I'm not sure what it is. Okay, here's a problem with this, and again, this is an observation. It's very, very difficult to read. The letters are blending into the background. It's mudding the picture. There's too much here. It doesn't need to be that much. You don't need to put your entire title of your video on the thumbnail. Make the thumbnail the attractive part that pulls the eye to it, to then go look at the thumbnail and say, is this something I want to look at? So you get your description down in the title, make your thumbnail a magnet, make that very attractive. And by putting the text in that blends into the background, it makes it very difficult. The next video here, again, you have text on here that is too small. And I'm sorry, let me back up one. I did have something else to say about this. Even though the text is too small, this pink colored text, if you notice, some of it is totally hidden where you can't see it at all, because YouTube reserves that bottom right corner of your thumbnail to place a timestamp as to how long that video is. That's not an option. It's going to be there. And you might as well forget that lower right corner of your video to have anything there that should be something that stands out. That's just filler space. And that timestamp will cover it up. It'll hide the words. So you just kind of have to remember that. All right, let's go back over here. Getting bigger, extending the allotment. I'm going to say the same thing here. Getting bigger is all you need. Maybe make that a something that draws their eyes to it. Big bold letters. You don't have to put the entire title on the thumbnail. The next one here, the pink blends very much into the thumbnail. It's hard to read. So I'm going to make a quick comment on this thumbnail right here. This is great for occasional work. Very easy to read. Big bold letters. No question. But if you had a whole page of this, it would not be good. I think your use of this is excellent in this case, but you don't want to overdo this. So that's just some overall thoughts on what we see on the thumbnails.
Gail is asking me, how do you get the words on it? I'm not sure. Words on what?
Okay, Gail's Garden, Herbs and More. How do you get the words? I'm assuming you're talking about putting the text on the thumbnail. Obviously, this was done with some sort of editor. It could have been a photo editing program. It could have been a video editing program. And we will frequently cover the ways to do that on a Tuesday night on our Tech Tuesday, where
How do you get the words on the thumbnail?
yeah, where we will go down into the weeds on a Tuesday and show you exactly how you can use a photo editor, how you can use a video editor to enhance your thumbnails with either text or in color or in making them more presentable, modifying them from some standpoint. Okay. Let's go back and look at the homepage here. We don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this. You have the trailer video, excellent length. And then you have uploads. This is the default container. Everybody has that unless they've gone in and changed it. And then you have added a playlist, and a playlist, and a playlist, and a playlist. And I must have picked on your one playlist that didn't have a description on it, but all these do. So as you rearrange your front page, this is where that description is on that playlist.
Am I better off changing around the thumbnail style or stick to one layout type so they're all uniform? He's asking you. Somebody knows.
Okay. And again, this is just an opinion. A lot of folks will stylize their thumbnails. I'll give you a real quick example here. Samson Farms, all of his thumbnails now have his little Samson Farms logo up in the corner. If I see one of those thumbnails on a whole page full of thumbnails, I know instantly if it's a Samson Farm video or not. There are those that maybe put a thin border around their thumbnail in a bright color like a yellow or a pink. There are those that will sometimes put a bar across the bottom or along one side or the other, or perhaps cut off a corner, put an angled corner on it. That's another bright color. Some people will put this bar on the left or the right-hand side, and that's where they put their text. But again, they've used a common color on the bar that... And I'm
Mama Z does.
Okay, Mama Z does that. That's for example. So And she's in the chat there. You can go just look at her channel here real quick if you'd like to just sneak a quick peek at exactly what I'm talking about. To me, that's your like branded thumbnails. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Does it help? I don't know. I don't know. Still, for the life of me, I have not understood how somebody can put out a video and get 1 million subscribers. But it does happen sometimes. So, for the most of us, for us normal people, it doesn't happen.
Run to groan. Look at Claire's.
When you achieve peak neediness, your thumbnails can be as obnoxious and neurotic as mine. Okay.
She's too cute.
All right. So the whole thing is, if you choose to go with that style, I would maintain it. I would not bounce back and forth. And to me, that's an overall style, and I'm guessing that's what you are referring to or want to talk about. I see nothing wrong with the way that you currently have the thumbnails on your page here right now, where they're all different. I honestly do not believe you need to put the entire title of your video in your thumbnail. The thumbnails is the first magnet for your eye to land on. And then once it's attracted that person's thought process to, I would need to look closer at this video, that's where they can go down and they can read the title. So, all right. I think you've done a real nice job with your page, and I thank you very much for, let's see, it must be getting kind of late there in England, right? Mm-hmm. So thank you for staying up and joining us here today, and stay as long as you like, and hope to see you more often, not only on Thursday nights, but on a Monday or Tuesday night as well. If you have any questions for us, Spotty Duck, you are more than welcome. Thank you so much for being here today. We truly appreciate it. So let me bring the wheel up.
Cecilia. See her post?
Daryl, I was in chat, but I could see what was being typed. But the video.
That's strange. I think she refreshed it and came back okay.
Yeah, I was going to say if you refresh, sometimes if a computer is running low on memory, that can happen. All right, let's bring the wheel up and see who our next victim's going to be. Oh, look at this. We just talked about her. Mama Z's Texas Kitchen. Okay, Mama Z, you're up. So let's go find your channel. Mama Z's Texas Kitchen has 419 subscribers, 69 videos. As we pull this up here. And very, very nice banner. Background of the banner is kind of an overall, I don't know, maybe an outdoor shot that's showing out of focus, kind of in the background. Pretty neat. And has centered the important part here so that it will show up well on all devices. That's everything from TV sets to phones, your handheld devices. A lot of people don't realize that YouTube takes your banner and cuts it up into 3 pieces and presents those 3 pieces depending upon what the device is calling for it. They will get a different picture. But the center part of this banner is what is displayed across all devices. So Mama Z's Texas Kitchen, she has a 39-second trailer, which if you can get it done in 39 seconds, that's great. Once you keep in mind, that's exactly what this is. It's a trailer. Think of a movie trailer. You want to coax somebody in a very short amount of time just to see what your channel is. You have a new movie coming out, they give you just enough action or something that says, oh, I got to watch this when it comes out.
She's had a good teacher.
Okay, we're going to jump back to the About page here. And the About page reads as follows. Have you ever had a dream? I do. I want to be a chicken farmer. I live in an apartment. I am a small business owner with a love of homesteading. I'm learning to preserve my own food and container garden in our 2-bedrooms, 2-bath apartment in southeast Texas, just north of Houston. So come along with us as we talk about faith, family, and living on a budget and living a more sustainable life even while living in an apartment. Welcome to Mama Z's Texas Kitchen. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Please like and subscribe. Email address is in proper location and has more links here than what can be displayed on the banner, which is absolutely excellent. You can have up to 5 links can be tied up on your banner up here. You can have many more, but up to 5 can be tied to the banner. And of course, if you get into the editing portion of that explains how to do that. So nicely done there. Playlist. All right, a lot of good playlists here. And I'm going to make a general comment here that playlists are primarily for you, for your channel. The only time that these playlists should contain links to or videos from other channels is if you're in a collab with them, or there's some sort of a special project you and these other channels have done together. You do not want to have a playlist of favorite videos. You don't want to have a playlist of my favorite songs I want to listen to. You can have those, but make them private. Don't put them out here for other people to look at. So let's go look at a couple of these. Cooking with Mama Z, we'll do this one first. Let's see if she has a description. I'm going to open that up here in a new tab. And she does. Here's the description for this playlist. And we'll do one more. Diaries of a Food Addict. And also, again, has a description. So I always try to pick on 2, just at random, whatever the mouse stops. And I'm going to leave the assumption that that's something that she can go check anytime she likes and make sure that she has it the way she wants it. Never hurts you to go in and change things like that. Take a quick peek at her thumbnails here. We'll get some more displayed here on the screen. All right. We bring up these, I think for the most part, I know you can see the top 12, but you can pretty well see 18 thumbnails. Is there a thumbnail here that draws your eye? That's what you want to think first. And sometimes you can ask your kids, you could ask your neighbors, hey, if I put these up here, which one interests you? Which one do you think would help that would draw somebody to come and look at my video? Because this is the first thing, is in the is in the thumbnail. We're going to bring the magnifying glass up here and just go through a few of these. All right. We talked just a moment ago about like thumbnails. And I mentioned Samson Farms. Well, Mama Z's also has this same thing. I want you to notice on all these thumbnails, in the upper left-hand corner, and I'm going to say most of these thumbnails, in the upper left-hand corner is what you find on our banner. No, what you used to find on our banner. I guess that's what you're going to find on our logo here. Get my magnifying glass back. That little Texas flag thing. Pull these back down. Now, I will also make a comment here, and it's not quite so bad here. She has a live every Wednesday night, and what she has done here, and I'm not saying this is wrong. I'm saying this is something you need to be cautious of. Here's a Wednesday night live. Here's a Wednesday night live. And that one's different. But these two are very, very similar on the 15th and the 22nd. That appears to be, for the most part, the date is the only difference on these thumbnails. And the only caution that I want to throw out here is if your thumbnails look very similar and people are very engaged in your titles, in your videos, and they start a binge watch on your videos, they can easily become confused if the thumbnails don't have enough difference between them. It's like, oh, I already saw that, and then they don't watch it. Now, some of these, your text, in my opinion, is too small. On some of these, I think you have too much text on your thumbnail. I think it would be advantageous to have less wording and put the description in the title. Your Wednesday Night Live that's up here. I would take this picture of you guys, and I crop that down so your face is popping out of the picture here. You don't need all this background. Just zoom that in closer and get you to face right up front and center here. Same way here. Zoom that in a little closer. Now that's my thought on those. Jump back on your home page. And you've modified the layout, which is absolutely wonderful. And you have put past live streams as the primary thing here. Then you've kept the uploads, but you've changed the format. You've gone to a vertical look from horizontal. Then you've added the Cooking with Mama Z. I like what you've done here. However, and I'm saying this hopefully for your benefit, past live streams, the problem with live streams, just like what we have here today. We're going to do this for a couple hours tonight. This is not going to be a video that sits out there and gets 1,500, 2,000 views. It just isn't happening. Oh, Three Musketeers Homestead, thank you so much. We appreciate it very, very much. If I had a bell and a whistle, I'd acknowledge you louder. But Three Musketeers, thank you so much for the super chat. The problem with live streams is they don't gather a lot of traction after the stream. People are not going to want to come in. There's a few, but not by large numbers. People are not going to want to come in and see an hour long video. They're just not. Now, I'm not saying not to have a playlist of your live streams, but I'm not sure that this is the location I would put it in. I mean, this is the predominant place. This is right on the front page, front and center, right underneath that trailer video. And of course, if they're subscribed to you, this is front and center to them. So I would have a tendency to shove this one back in the corner a little bit. Make it easy to find for those people. But chances are very good you're going to get more views, more after-the-fact views on these videos down here for the flu so I made chicken soup, canning recipes, weekly meal prep. These are well, this one being an hour long, that's a little rough. But these 11 minutes to 20-minute videos, those are the ones that can, with a little bit of traction, get you your 5,000, 6,000, 10,000, 20,000 views, sometimes many more. I don't see them in here tonight, but we have some friends in Louisiana where we put out a video a while back. It didn't take off right at first. Did not take off at all right at first. But put out I don't know what is a 20-minute video, and it's now got over 400,000 views. Over 400,000 views? Folks, that one video he put out there is making them somewhere in the neighborhood. Currently, I'm going to say $600 to $700, maybe a little more or a little less, give or take. That one video. That's why it is important to get yourself monetized, because it only takes that one to put a nice little bonus deal in your pocket. But you're not going to get that on live stream. I mean, even the I don't want to say this. Well, I'll just say it. You take a big channel like Linus Tech Tips. They have 10 million subscribers. He does a live stream and has 20,000 people in the live stream. So yeah, they get 20,000 views on their live streams, which is nothing to sneeze at. But he's also putting out videos that get 1 million views every week. And 20,000 versus 1 million is laughable. So I would change the order here, Mama Z's. That's what I would do. I would probably put your cooking playlist at the top, and let me just quick go back and see your playlists. I would put your cooking playlist. Maybe add the canning videos, especially this time of year. The something about seeds and planting. I mean, here's the thing. You can change this all the time. So as I go back to get the wheel to find another channel to look at, let me just tell you what you can do without penalties all the time on your channel. You can go in and you can change that thumbnail as often as you like. You can change it every day. No penalty. You can go in and change the title itself. No penalty. You can go in and you can add end cards. You can add informational cards. You can go in and change the tags. All of these things you can do on your video at any time, and it doesn't take anything away from what you've already earned. What you cannot do is you can't go in and take that video down and edit it and put it back up because you've lost everything you had with it. All right.
We've had new people join, so
Oh, okay.
make sure you have everybody now.
Well, I saw somebody just get added here. For those of you that are maybe new in here, type exclamation. Okay.
Yeah,
Cherry.
just not put it on there, yeah.
Okay.
Mods will do it.
So let's spin the wheel, see who our next person is. Loma Acres Homestead. All right, Loma Acres Homestead has 425 subscribers. They currently have 39 videos out there. And Loma stands for Land of Milk and Honey. I know this because we've had them on a Monday night show before. So, welcome to Loma Acres, Land of Milk and Honey. God's gift to us. A unique style banner using a close-up photograph of bees for the background. Some blocks inserted that are kind of color matched, that to offset the text to make it very, very easy to read the text, and then put in a small oval picture of the sprouts. We'll go with sprouts. Has a trailer video here that is 2 minutes long, good length. And let's just jump back to the About page because right now this is all about Loma Acres. Description reads as follows. If you read all this and can get behind our vision and what we do here, please go type honey on one of our videos. We're going to talk about that sentence here in just a little bit. But I'm going to read it again. If you read all this and you can get behind our vision in what we do here, please go type honey on one of our videos. All right, going on. LOMA is an acronym for Land of Milk and Honey. Our goal is to honor and glorify our Creator in all we do and hope that you see evidence of that here. We are a normal, okay, maybe not that normal, family who
Chris is normal.
who wants to do what is right for our family's health as well as Mother Earth's health. Knowing that, we have come up with a mission statement as follows. Our mission is to grow the best tasting, most nutrition dense food. Sorry, my tongue got tripped up. And to do so in a sustainable way, having the utmost respect for other humans, the environment, and animals that we raise. Please join us on our journey as we learn more and more homesteading and the related skills and work to transition from our suburban homestead in western central Ohio, Zone 6A, to a more rural homestead where we can live out our dreams. We hope that we inspire you to live out your dreams as well. Email address is properly placed on here and has links to the bottom to their soap store, Facebook, and Instagram. Now let's go back. I said I wanted to talk about this. This first sentence. If you read all this and you can get behind our vision and what we do here, please go type honey on one of our videos. This is a brilliant thing to do, in my opinion. What they've done here is front and center, they've issued a challenge to anybody that comes in and wants to find out about their channel. And that's what you go to the About page for. You want to find out, what is this channel about? So here's her challenge. If you read all this and can get behind this vision of what we do here, please go type honey on one of our videos. So they're saying, okay, read this, go look at one of our videos and type honey in the comment. I mean, that's what they're asking you to do in a very, very nice way. So it's absolutely a great thing to do. All right, let's go back, see what they have in the way of playlists. Got a couple. And we will just glance at a couple here. This collaboration is still going on, is it not? Okay, yeah, he's got a collaboration going here on keto stuff. And description is in here as follows. And again, because this is a collaboration, this is where you share others' videos. So if you look down through here, you're going to find videos from other folks to share, because everything is revolving around the keto diet here, and it's where all the channels have pulled together to try to gather more views for everybody's. So nicely done there. Let's look at this playlist. Loma Soaps and Sundries. And again, has a description. That's what we were looking for. And of course, this being about their channel, just their videos. This would not be the place to put up somebody else's channel that makes soap. That's not what this is about. If you were doing a collaboration with that other channel, then it's different. All right, jump and take a look at their thumbnails. Pull the page down here and see if we can get a few being displayed. All right. You got a few to look at here. And just glance at the thumbnail. Which one looks the most interesting to you? Which one attracts your eye? Well, typically the things that attract somebody's eye is going to be something that jumps into your face. So little things in the background are not going to do it. Close-up facial expressions, close-up items, something out of the ordinary. But it's got to be big and bold and in your face, something that draws one's attention, more so than any type of verbiage. The text on, and again, my opinion, the text on all of the thumbnails that are presented to you here right now, these last 16 thumbnails, I think is too small. This one being the best. And this one being the worst. It just, without the glass, this is another one that's, it's just small. This one's a cute thumbnail, but I would like to see him bring that front and center. Take that same picture, put it in an editing program, crop it down so that, yep, those thumbs are those tongues are coming right at you, just jumping out of the picture. It's going to make somebody look, and then of course you read the title of the video. Let's jump back to the home page. All right, so underneath the trailer video, he has placed a playlist, the Keto Diet Challenge, which is currently ongoing. And if you have any questions about that, drop him an email, or I bet he's in the chat here. Ask him what's going on. How can you get involved with it? You know, that's what this is all about here today. you check out everybody that's in the chat. We're running somewhere between 55 and 65 of you right now. And, you know, hey, for the most part, everybody in the chat right now is more than likely a content creator. Because that's what we do here. We don't draw a lot of just viewers. We draw the content creators. And some of you are in different genres. I can see that. I'm going to wave and say hi to Northern Ohio Railroad Action. Thank you for stopping in. But the whole point is that what we're doing here today helps out any type of channel. And there is nothing that says you can't engage any of these channels in some sort of a collaboration to build each other's channels. And that's what it's all about. So let's continue on down here. He's got the keto challenge up first, then he's got the honeybee playlist. And if you notice, he's gone from a horizontal format to a vertical format. Now he's still in a vertical format with Gardening 2019. Put the lives clear down here and meetups. Continues going and going. Nicely done. If you notice, it's a very, very full page, which gives people a lot of choices when they come in to first look. Now, having said that, you can go through here and look at this. And what I really like about the vertical format here is it shows this description for the playlist. It also very much shows the first part of the description on all the videos. So you can get a ton of information out there. This is where your creativeness can come in, because you could have some wording in here that just catches somebody's eye enough to go view this, and then they go view another, and go view another, and go view another. These playlists, for the most part, or the playlist on the lives, for the most part, don't have any. There's nothing here. There's no description. So you can always go back in later and fill that in. Just saying. All right. Lomna Acres, you got any questions for us of anything we talked about or didn't talk about? And let me I just did their entire channel without coming back to Loma's. I didn't have their stuff. I am so sorry.
I wasn't paying any attention.
All right, one of you moderators, you're gonna have to catch me more often. I get carried away. So, all right, you heard everything I had to say. Here is Loma Acres channel.
You started with it.
I didn't have it on the screen.
It was there. You started with it.
Did I change it back?
You must have, because it started with that.
Maybe I changed it back for the wheel. I'm hoping I did. Chris, if I did not, I apologize, and I will come back and make it up to you. I'm going to assume that I did, that I've overlooked things. We've had a lot going on this week. Let me go ahead and spin the wheel. Let's get another channel up here and keep moving. CJM Farms. I do not do you recognize them?
It's C.J. Farms.
Okay. C.J. Farms. Thank you for being here. C. Space Because I can't see the chat here.
C period, J period, M period, space farms.
C period, J period, M period, space farms. And doing it in that fashion, it pops right up here. Okay, they got 207 subscribers, 124 videos. And folks, the reason that I do in this fashion, number one, we are not signed in on this. So I type in the search. This would be like if you met somebody at the store and said, "Hey, I've got a YouTube channel, and and they say, "Well, what is it called?" And you tell them, "Well, it's CJM Farms." Well, is that easy for them to find? Or do you need to spell it out? Do you need to say C period, J period, M period, space farms? This is the little things that will catch people. So far it's not happened tonight, but we have seen this before where people will maybe use their name, and you come into this, and all of a sudden there's 30 channels there all have the same name. That makes it very difficult for somebody that's not familiar with your channel to find it. So spelling is a big thing. CJM Farms. 207 subscribers. Let's go look at your stuff. I like your winter picture on top here. All right. There's a 2-minute and 14-second trailer, which is a great length. I'm not seeing any links in the bottom right here, so we'll get to that here in a moment. But in essence, not only do they have the banner, they've taken a subset of the banner and turned it into their logo down here, which is fine. All stays together. Let's jump back and look at the About page. And the description reads as follows: clearing land for the future, retirement. Clearing land for the future, retirement. Come along for the journey of a lifetime, learning how to homestead from the ground up. Making something from nothing. Looking forward to the future gardening. Building a garden up at the cottage. One day I would love to make to the country market. Thank you for all your support from CJM Farms. Okay. And again, first thing, try to have no more than 3 lines together without having a blank space between them. Some of this it's a tough read. It twists one's tongue. Just for example, making something from nothing, looking forward to the future gardening as a sentence. I mean, it's a rough sentence structure-wise, and I'm not an English person. Please don't misconstrue that. But this is a tough read. I would come up, try to make it as easy as possible. And if you're not sure how you want it to say, well, discuss it with somebody. Hey, I'm having a problem getting my description done up on my YouTube page. What do you think? I'll tell you what, you got a lot of great people in this chat right now, and chances are every last one of them would be more than happy if they were asked to help somebody else make something more legible. That's just the way they are. Okay, email address is here, and I don't see any links. If you have Facebook or an Etsy or a web page or Instagram, Pinterest, anything like that, it's a great place to include links to those items. See if you have any playlists, and you've got a few playlists. I'm just glancing down through here. So we're going to open a couple here at random. Making something from nothing. Playlist. And there is no description. So this is one you want to jump back into and you want to add a description. And let's, and because of what I'm seeing here, title-wise, and I just randomly picked this, but as I looked back across, here's making something from nothing year 2. Well, this tells me that your descriptions can certainly add to this. You can, in your description here, this is the first year, or this is year number, whatever that number would be, that we did this playlist, making something from nothing, and just continue to go on what it is. All right, let's jump back to another one, small engines. Let's see if that one has a description. Please, no description. Okay. And I'm just going to open one because I'm seeing something else here that I think I need to make mention of. Okay. We'll stop. Okay. I think you're very much like me. It pains you to do a lengthy description and keep it interesting and pertinent. But I think that's something that you need to work on. I'm going to guess that on most of your videos, you could enhance them with a better description. All right, let's look at your thumbnails. See what we got. All right. I like some of your thumbnails very much. Now, this is what I was talking about before, where you put it up in somebody's face. Right here. Another one. This one's a little smaller. It looks like this was something done with a phone. Yeah, we'll also discuss that here in a moment. All right, if I had to number these, or if I just had to pick one of the best, I'm going to say these past couple are absolutely excellent. Where it's in your face, good expression, and it's like, okay, what's he doing? What's going on? And then you go look at the title, and it's small projects getting done. And if I've got an interest in small projects, which I don't know, is this something that somebody would have had to have followed along your channel, or can you narrow that down? Like, and again, I don't know, but I'm trying to make it so that.
Thomas Farm is asking what are thumbnails.
Okay, Thomas Farm. Everything you see on the page here that I'm running the magnifying glass over, those are thumbnails. Thumbnails are a still picture representation for the underlying video. They do not have to be a frame from the video, but it needs to be something that draws one eye. This is what people see first when they come to your page or any place on YouTube. That's what they see first, is what's called a thumbnail. They don't go in and look at just titles. There's not even an option for you to go in and browse through YouTube not showing thumbnails. There's just the thumbnail is the key component. So you want to get somebody's eyes fixated on that thumbnail, and from there they go down and read the description. That's what starts the gears turning in their brain. And if they like what they saw in the thumbnail, which was enough to go down and read the description, and they like what they read there, that's when they click on your video to give you another view. All right, let's talk very quickly here about this one and this one. These look, on the surface here anyway, looking at these thumbnails, like these were ones that were done with a cell phone. And cell phones are excellent cameras. There's a lot of people that are very, very big YouTubers and put out excellent quality videos that use nothing but a cell phone. But use the cell phone wisely. Down here in the corner, hold it horizontally like this. If you hold it in the portrait mode, that's where you get your black boxes down the sides, and it doesn't fill the screen. It's taken the entire dimensions of the screen and laid it on its side. It's not as attractive. People don't care to see it. There's no way to fix it because you've just taken everything out of it. So always, always, always hold your cell phone horizontally to create a video for YouTube. You have limited text on these. You have a couple that have text. But saying that, these ones that have the text on them, I don't see how it's related to your video, which I'm not sure that I can endorse that. If you're gonna go to the time to have text on your thumbnail, it needs to at least have something talking about what's underlying, talking about the thumb, what's underlying. So, looking at this particular one, let me highlight it here for everybody. If I look at the title, it says Eulogy Campfire. But looking at the thumbnail, it just says, thank you for all your support from CJM Farms. So how does that relate to Eulogy Campfire? My own personal thoughts, if you had not put any, I think it would be better to not have any verbiage on it. And if you want verbiage, if you just used in big, big, bold letters and said fire, that's something a little better. That's going to draw attention. You get a lot of people talking about the word escapes me. That clickbait. You hear a lot of people talking about clickbait. Well, let's look at this one right here. If you just put the word fire on it, well, that's not clickbait. You're talking about a campfire. But yet it's going to garnish attention. Now, if you put something totally irrelevant to entice people to, like a bait and switch, that's different. So be smart in what you're doing, and also be original. And like I say, you can come in any time and change these. You can continually come in and change them, and it just presents a different look every time somebody comes in. All right, let's go back and look at your homepage here again. Trailer videos, excellent size. Upload container, default upload containers here. And then you have added to, which I'm very pleased to see, you have added another container. But again, you have used a default YouTube container, one called Popular Uploads, and just thrown that down here. I think it would behoove you. I think it would be a much better use of space for you to eliminate Popular Uploads and put in some of your playlists here. By playlist. I'm not saying created playlists. I'm not saying to group them up individually by playlist, and you could put a number of them in here. You can change the format from horizontal to vertical. That's all personal preference, and again, can be changed at any time. If I want to know what your popular uploads are, I can simply go into videos, and I can sort them by the most popular. And when I do that, I get your entire collection of videos by popularity. I can also come in and I can sort them by oldest to newest, or the newest to oldest, which is the default. So in other words, I can quickly come in here and I can see, all right, a year ago, this was your first video. It was 23 seconds long. So you've essentially been doing YouTube as a creator for a year, at least I was on this channel. So it's very easy for me to come back in and find this. I can go back in and see some of your early attempts. I would not go in and delete any of these ever. It shows a history of where you started to where you are today. None of these videos back here are as good as what you produce today. That applies to every one of us. CJM Farms, thank you so much for being here. I'm glad you're here. I hope what we said makes sense to you, and that you will continue to visit with us and share your knowledge with everybody else that's in the room here. So let's go spin the wheel again, get another channel up here. And I want to ask the folks in the chat here, am I taking too long on these channels? Spotty Duck, we've already done Spotty Duck, so we're going to close that and spin it again. Am I taking too long on channels? You want me to try to go through quicker and not get as detailed? I'm looking to make this show as good as I can for you, for what you guys want. So if you have any suggestions, please send us an email. Please help us out. Copper Kettle Farms. Copper Kettle Farms, 292 subscribers. They got 39 videos.
No, they're all saying they think it's worth the time. So you're okay with how you doing?
Okay, Copper Kettle Farms. Very, very unique banner. And I will say that everything on the banner should display well across all devices. And again, this is an opinion thing. You are bordering, in my opinion, you are bordering on making it a little tough to see on a smaller device, simply because, number one, it's not a block print. It's not like a aerial print or something like that. You've used something that approaches a script. Let me just bring the so we can share this living sustainably on the Mason-Dixon. It's almost a script. It's not real bold in the background, so it tends to kind of muddy in just a little bit. But it's cool the way it is. I just be aware, because if you did this here, you may do this other places. And I see it other places, and we'll pick up more on this later. I like the overall banner. You have you've given information that you do a couple lives a week, a little bit about your channel, prepping for a successful 2020. You also have your website. Very nice. All right, let's go to the About page. I want to find out more about Copper Kettle Farms. Copper Kettle Farms is a small farmette, that's a new word to me, or homestead in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. We have a little over an acre and a quarter of land where we're working to be as self-sustaining as possible. We grow vegetables for ourselves, sell eggs and soon-to-be herbs. We have pet goats, we raise meat, chickens, and meat rabbits, and are building several educational systems on our land from permaculture to hugiculture in our food forest guides that will be a side hustle for us through the educational programming. We run a composting business on our land called Mason-Dixon Compost, using our chickens and focus on making our homestead zero waste, meaning we try to reduce the amount of waste and trash we produce. The goal with our channel is to show the growth of a small homestead and to seeing how sustainable it can be for 3 adults on a little over acre and a quarter, and educate folks on different styles of gardening and everything you could possibly want to know about composting. A lot of information there. And it's broken up well. It's easier to read, but there's a lot of information there. Email address is properly located. They have links to their to their website, to Facebook, to Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. The only suggestion that I could make, and you can do this here, on the links where you have Copper Kettle Farms, you could change that verbiage to say our website, our Facebook page, our Instagram, and that's a very, very tiny thing. But that way, the way the links are currently right now, one is probably pretty comfortable in clicking on Facebook. They know, okay, I'm going to go to Facebook or Twitter. But they see this Copper Kettle Farms and they're going to go, well, wait a minute, where am I going? What is this link to? So to me, a little bit of a description can sometimes be an enhancement. Go back and look at the playlists. A lot of playlists. All right. And so let's just open up a couple. I want to see if you have descriptions. Yes. Here's a description. And we'll do the gardening tips as a second random. I don't know why I am, because I'm sure you have it here. Oh, you don't. Look at this. I found one you don't have a description. I wonder if she was biting her teeth when I went to click on that one. All right, just for the fun of it, we're going to open up one more. This one has a description. So check your playlist, make sure they have descriptions. Let's get to your thumbnails. All right, for everybody in the chat here, if you're looking at these, last 15, 5, 10, 15 videos. Let's get them a little more. There we go, 18 videos. These are, there's a theme to their thumbnails. Every single thumbnail has this, what color is that? Is that a teal? A teal blue background, which is neat. You can instantly tell, just by glancing, you can instantly tell that this is put out by Copper Kettle Farms, if you're familiar with Copper Kettle Farms. And even if you're not, and you see 2 or 3 videos on a whole page full of various videos, and 2 or 3 of them are like this, you go, oh, those are by the same person. So it's very distinctive. It's a very good way to do it. Okay, let's get on the critical side, just for a moment, because again, that's why we're here. Nothing I say is necessarily right or wrong, but this is what I'm going to say is on the critical side. Your little logo here, which is like what you have on your banner, you can't read any of that. So, and again, I'm just making a comment here. You cannot read that, even with my magnifying glass. You can maybe make out copper kettle, but you can't read the second line. It's just not happening. I like what you've done with your thumbnails. I really do. But again, I would exercise some caution as to just what you're putting out there for somebody to observe. And if you're trying to entice them to click on that thumbnail, is that a good use of space? Now, if we go back down to this one here, this says Alabama chicken and dumpling. If there's an S up there, it's hidden by the timestamp. This is where I mentioned a few channels ago. That timestamp is a YouTube fixture. That lower right-hand corner of all of your thumbnails is wasted space. And I believe in this particular case, it just cut the S off. But again, it's almost too small to read. Let me get my thumbnail back here. I like what you've done with the We Were Tagged, but again, the problem is, and this is an opinion thing. I love this little tag thing, but it's too small. If that filled up this entire teal space over here, and then you worried about the Newlywed Challenge thing, to just rely on the title to carry that, you want that picture to entice somebody to go read the title. If the title is interesting to that person, that's when they'll click on it. Now, some of these, I mean, what exactly are they looking at in this picture? Is it a clear enough picture to entice somebody to look further? This one's too dark. And I'm being critical. Please do not take anything we say here on a personal note. I'm being as critical as possible in hopes that you will take everything I say and go, okay, what can I do to make this better? This picture is too dark. This one, is somebody missing? And this is just thought processes that go through my head. What am I looking at here? These other ones, you've got somebody beside you, but there's nobody beside you here. What am I looking at here? So again, just different thoughts. Jump back to the home page. I'm sorry. I thought I clicked on home. I guess I didn't. All right. So the default upload containers in its normal location. You have added another default container for popular uploads underneath it. We talked about this same thing with another channel earlier. I think, especially with the amount and great content that you folks are creating, I would think a better use of space up here would be to showcase individual playlists that you have on your content, rather than to just throw this generic, reordered list of videos that's simply showing them by whichever one happens to have the most views. Now, having said that, one thing I see that is missing here, I don't see a trailer. I don't see any kind of trailer video. Trailer video is typically an introductory video that lasts from 30 seconds to 3 minutes. And I typically say one to 3 minutes, but I've seen some real good ones done in under a minute. It's tough. It's very tough to do an introductory video in under a minute. It can be done. So let's just say 1 to 3 minutes. You don't want it to go on. You don't want a 20-minute introductory video. It's not what you want. This video is placed in this location as a trailer. YouTube deems it a trailer, and it's there for the purpose of somebody new coming to your channel, enticing them to go further. What are they going to see here? How often are you going to upload videos? Is it something that is of interest to them? And it should be able to tell them this in the first no more than 3 minutes. People are strange. It's interesting. If you can get them past the first 15 seconds of a video, well, your chances of them watching for the first minute are much greater. You get them past the first minute, the chances of getting them to watch for 2 minutes just increased a bunch. If you get them to that 2-minute mark, chances are they're going to stick around for 5. If they've lasted for 5 minutes, you're going to get them into a lot of 10-minute videos. But it's all a step thing. So Copper Kettle Farms, if you have any questions for anything I've said, please put them in the chat, send us an email. And I want to thank you very much for being here. Always great seeing you in the chat here. See, we have 57 in here right now. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. All right, let's go spin the wheel again. Homestead Dreaming. All right, this one's not going to take us a long time because this wonderful channel has extraordinary luck as far as this wheel is concerned. Because I don't know if there's a week goes by, but what their name doesn't come up. Did I mistype it? Oh, I did. Homestead Dreaming. Kira, thank you so much for being here. Let's quickly go through this channel. Very, very different style banner. It's a collage of various pictures that's been all idealistically spaced to show not the entire picture, I don't believe, just partial pics of it. And what happens when you create a banner like this is it degrades well. When I say it degrades well, I mean that depending upon the device, there are different versions of your banner being displayed. Somewhere in this area and this area where I've drawn these lines is all you will see on a cell phone. On a tablet, you'll see more. On a laptop, desktop, you'll see more. And on a television set, you'll see a whole lot more. So, nice job on doing this. And, of course, we've talked about this every week. Just an absolute excellent job. 2-minute trailer. Talks about her channel. And let's go to the About page and we'll quickly read it here because she has fine-tuned this channel and does an absolutely wonderful job. Description reads as follows. Welcome, dreamers. We are Kira and Steve, and this is our journey. We are homestead dreaming, meaning that we aspire to someday have many acres of our own to cultivate. But until then, we are making the most of the space we have. Excuse me. We are slowly but surely trying to become as self-sufficient as we can on our tiny 1/5 of an acre in northeast Oklahoma, Zone 6B. So grab a drink, and I hope you enjoy the ride as we navigate the ins and outs of growing our own food, caring for our own livestock, and stocking our shelves. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. We'd love for you to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when a new video is uploaded. The only suggestion that I could make on this description, and it may be in her trailer, I don't know, but I would still add the description is, you can expect to find how many videos a week or how many videos a month or some sort of an upload schedule if you have one. And it doesn't have to be necessarily exact, but if you add it on here you've added on, hit the notification bell. But fact of the matter is, even if they hit the notification bell, it doesn't always work. In many cases, the device that they're either watching on or carry in their pocket, they may have the notifications turned off on the device, and if YouTube sends it as they're supposed to, they still don't get it. So the YouTube notification system is crippled at best. But if you have in here that expect to see a couple videos a week uploaded, at least this puts the seed in their mind that about how often you may be uploading. That's my only suggestion here. Playlists, you got a couple here. And we're just going to I'm going to go look here real quick and just make sure that you put the description in, which you did. Nice full descriptions. And I'm just going to read this one. In this playlist, you will find all of the chicken and quail related content on my channel. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on future uploads. So I'm guessing that last sentence is a reinforcement probably added to most every playlist. Let's go look at another playlist. We're going to look at the kombucha one. For no particular reason, it's where my mouse went. In this playlist, you will find all the kombucha-related content on my channel. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on future uploads. You know, it's just nicely done. That's the best way I can say it. To go look at their thumbnails, at her thumbnails. All right. My first thought, Kara, my very first thought is your thumbnails are a little bit on the busy side. There's a lot going on in this picture. Granted, this says organizing my entire seed collection. There's a lot going on in this picture. This, you've taken your full banner, it looks like, and thrown it on here, and then added some text. But again, it makes it very busy. It makes it very, very busy. This is an interesting one. I like what you've done here. You have good facial expression, and the chicken, some question marks. All right, so to me, this is an enticing video. I see this picture and I'm going, what is this? What's going on? Question marks. I got this colorful bird. I got this pretty gal. So now I'm going to go down and read the title. Did my chickens enjoy the snow? Well, I don't know that you have Homestead Dreaming at the end of the title. You have that at the end of all your titles. So this is apparently a trademark thing that you're doing. I don't know if I would have that there or not. And I guess I'll just put it out to you. What is the reason to have Homestead Dreaming on every title? At the end of every title. What is your reasoning behind that? I can't think of a good reason to have that. That's what I'm asking. This is another interesting thumbnail. You got some really cute thumbnails, I think, that are hitting the nail on the head. But some of these I think are a little bit too busy. And again, that's an opinion. Overall, fantastic job. Great job. Let's go back, look at your homepage, see what you've done here as far as reorganizing it. Okay, your default upload containers here, and you then drop down into a playlist, into a vertical format, and then another playlist into a horizontal, another playlist into vertical, another playlist vertical, another playlist horizontal. Nicely done. Nicely done. I don't know that I would put the popular uploads here. And one of the reasons for that, all these playlists that you've put down, you've had the opportunity and you've utilized it to put a description in there. You're giving people more information. That's what all this is here. Well, You don't get that option on popular uploads. It's like, well, what's missing here? So, personally, I don't think I would put the popular uploads there. All right, Homestead Dreaming, thank you so much for being here. As always, any questions of us, please ask. You can either ask in the chat here or send us an email. And let's go find another channel. Mo Homesteading. Mo Homesteading, thank you for being here today. Mo Homesteading, 1,130 some subscribers. They got 20 videos. And has a trailer that's almost 5 minutes long. All right. Let's talk about this channel just for a moment here. Number one, this trailer. A little bit on the long side. 5 minutes is a lot to ask of somebody brand new to your channel. You want to entice them with a shorter, sweeter video. And then once you have them snared to coming into looking at your channel, that's where you hit them with the 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute videos. Your banner is like one of these billboards you see driving down the road that says, if you place your ad here, it would be read by 40,000 people driving by. In other words, you got a beautiful picture here, nice picture, but there's no information. There's nothing here. This is a big advertising space for your channel. Utilize it. This whole center section here, utilize that space. Jump back to your About page, and let's see what you have here. Description reads as follows. Welcome to my channel. I am more than just a homesteader. I am also an artist and truly believe in the real food movement, as they call it. I will be building a small-town, sustainable, organic, self-sufficient homestead, one day at a time, along with many other things. Please join me on my journey. 1, more than just homesteading. 2, Missouri. 3, modern. Find the beauty in your day every day. It's always there. And then you have a post office mailbox address. I think you have some excellent things here, and you have some things that I think are hurting you. I really love this first part here of your, darn it, there we go, of your description that I have highlighted here right now. But then this part loses me. I'm not sure where you're going with this. So I think it needs more. I think this is your space to put more out here. Try to keep it to 3 lines or less, but use up as much space as you need. Make it an easy read. To me, this just leaves questions. Nothing wrong with putting a post office box out in this fashion in this area. You don't want to put your home address, but you can certainly put a post office box. Email address is properly located. You have links to Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Jesus, it's explaining the Mo.
I'm sorry. Okay. is there an easier way to do that where it becomes more apparent? Because I would not have picked up on that. I would, and maybe that's could all be totally my ignorance. You can check with other people in the chat here. But you want it to be able to be easily understood by, John Q. public, general people. And I would not have picked up on that until you said that. So, okay, I see where you're going with that. I think there's a better path to get to that destination. Let's go look at some of your playlists. All right, in your playlists. You have a few created. You can create a playlist with just one, as you obviously know and have done here. But let's look at this homesteading vlog. We'll do this one first. See if you have a description. And you do not. So your homework for this week is to go into all of your playlists and make sure you have good descriptions. I'm going to go into animals here next. This one has a abbreviated description, but it has a description. So apparently, I'm luck of the draw. This other one did not have. You have a playlist here called All. I'm going to make the assumption that all means this is a collection of all your videos, and if that is the case. My next question is, why would you do that when if people want to see all your videos, they just click on videos and they see them all? I'm not sure this is a good use of space on your page, not only for yourself, but for somebody else. I don't know if you've gone to the extent of creating something where the videos are automatically inserted into this when you upload them. But if they want to see all your videos, typically a person...
But if you're on a phone and you want to run all their videos to give them time, that's the best way to do it. That way you don't have to go back in after every one and start another one. This does it automatically.
Okay, so they can't go into uploads and just hit play all on a phone?
My understanding, no.
Okay.
I do mine on computer, so that's what I was told.
Okay. And if that's the case, I'm not aware. I mean, if you and I was going to ask that, and I'm glad Sherry enlightened me here. If your reasoning behind your playlist here of all videos is to garnish more watch time by having folks come in and play all your videos on their phone, I understand why you've done it. I would not recommend continuing to do it once you've satisfied your quest for watch hours, and I'm guessing that's what it is. And that's just a guess. On a computer, they can simply go into the videos and they can go play all and shoot everything in here. They can also reorganize them. They can go by the most popular, by the oldest to newest. And of course, newest to oldest is default. Let's glance at some of these thumbnails. All right. I think your most recent live stream test, I think that's a great thumbnail. You have it's a good facial expression. It's kind of inquisitive. There's no verbiage. I think that's a great thumbnail, and then of course your title tells people what it's all about, and at that point, do they want to go and look at it? Chances are, and I'm being very real with you here, this is an hour long. The chances of this gathering even 25 more views over the next month are not good, unless you're getting people coming in and just finally playing your all videos to get more hours. But otherwise, I don't. It's just the way the live streams are. They don't garnish the views down the road. Let's look at this video right here. Me homesteading. I'm trying to read this, and I'm guessing this is saying season 1, episode 23, Saturday snow, locking up the chickens. The problem, there's a couple problems here. Number one, it's script. It's hard to read. It just doesn't flow nice. Number two, it's not big enough. It doesn't jump out at you. On a phone, this would be extremely difficult to read. I mean, I have it on a laptop screen here right now, and I have a magnifying glass on top of it, and I still kind of have to look pretty hard to see what it's saying. So I think this one could be easily improved. The next one over here, you're talking about some vacuum bags or something. I think I'd try to get a little closer. Without the magnifying glass over top of it, again, it's difficult for me to just glance at and say, what's going on here? Is that giving me enough interest to go further? It's not. All right. Next one, again, good facial expression. Good facial expression. Another one, good facial expression. Those are all great. Well, what's this video here? Let's talk about hay. What is the thumbnail telling me? Is that enticing me to go see anything? And I'm afraid it is not. It's just kind of a blah off into the distant picture. There's nothing there to, in my opinion, there's nothing there to entice somebody to go to investigate further. And this one, my first thought is, we have a cell phone video here. I don't know if that's the case or not. But the verbiage up here is way, way, way too small. All right. In glancing at the thumbnail and then reading the title and coming back and looking again at the thumbnail, and I think that I'm trying to understand what you've done here. There's obviously a group of books here, Foxfire series books. Number one, I'm not familiar with Foxfire series books, but there's obviously 2, 4, 6, looks like a group of 7 or more. There has to be a better way to translate this picture into something that would create more interest to go look at it. I'm not saying that the picture's wrong, but to me, this picture is screaming that it does need some verbiage, but it needs big verbiage like container gardening or something. Again, good facial expression, You got a lot of great thumbnails here, and you've got some other ones that just kind of, well, my first thought is, what is going on here? What is she doing? But that's my opinion. And perhaps you can solicit some friends of yours and just ask them what they think. How could you improve your thumbnail? Because you can go back and change these. You can go back and change them today. Now, having said that, if you do that, don't expect them just to get new views because you just changed that thumbnail. YouTube is past the point of promoting these videos for you, unless somebody's already on your channel and has watched 3 or 4 or 5 of your videos. That's when YouTube will say, okay, well, this viewer is liking your content, so they're going to throw a couple of your videos over in that right pane on the right side of your screen, and that's where some of these may come up then.
Do me a favor and tell Thomas Schmidt Homestead he has to refresh because the screen is not frozen.
Okay, Thomas Schmidt Homestead, please refresh. Yeah, Thomas needs to refresh. Okay.
His screen is frozen.
Okay, Thomas Schmidt, please refresh your screen. You should be in good shape. The internet has frozen between us. Okay. Mo Homesteading. Let's go to your homepage, see what you've done there very quickly. And this is all default. So again, to enhance what you're doing here, and you don't have a tremendous number of videos, and that's fine. You're a younger channel is still getting started. So by all means, leave this upload. But you can start adding to it. You can start adding some of your individual playlists down here. I would not recommend adding a container that says most popular uploads. I would not recommend recent activity. I would not recommend my my playlists. But do individual playlists. Individualize it, make it so that you are in control, and you can then elect to add these different containers in a vertical or horizontal fashion and how much information comes out in them. You can literally create the way that your page looks. Great job. I think you've got a lot of fantastic steps that you have taken, and I think just a few more really clean it up and let you hit a home run. Nice job. Mo Homesteading. Missouri Homesteading. All right, let's go spin the wheel. Morris Patch of Heaven Homestead. Morris Patch of Heaven Homestead has 1,130 some subscribers, 146 videos. Let's go look at their channel. All right, we're gonna stop right here for a moment. I like the banner, but this is again one of those ones that you see alongside the highway that says, if you place your content on this banner, 40,000 people would see it as they drive by. This is your banner. This is your billboard. There's no information there. All right, you got a trailer video, 2 minutes, 45 seconds in length, which is great. assuming you're telling them about your channel and what have you, but the length of the video is absolutely great. The About page reads as follows. Description. Greetings. We are California transplants going from big city life to the country life. We are a homeschool family with 9 children, 6 boys and 3 girls. The littlest are Avonlea, I'm guessing. We adopted at birth. We love the country life with all its freedoms to watch and grow what we eat. We have dogs, cats, chickens, goats, and sheep. We love meeting new people and sharing about our homesteading activities and skills we are learning. We are a Christians and could do none of this without His daily grace. Only 3 of our 9 children are still in the home. We live on 3 small acres in Carthage, Missouri, which we call our little patch of heaven. In our videos, we hope to share with you our love for gardening, raising animals, and homemade recipes from our homestead. We would love to hear from you. If you would like to send us mail, our P.O. box is, and the address follows. Okay. This is a difficult read because it is all scrunched together into a single paragraph. That's the first thing. So if you try to remember to not have any more than 3 lines in a paragraph, with that, and then you have an entire blank line before the start of the next paragraph or line, you just want to space it out. People have a tendency, because this is all grouped together, they're saying, I'm not going to spend the time to read this. I mean, that's just the way people are. They're not going to read it because it's too difficult. If you have it just 3 lines, okay, it's pretty easy to read. You have a couple of typographical errors in here that and I said it earlier. Right here. You have, we are a Christians. So, again, there's a couple little typo things in here that when you go in and reformat this, just read it over carefully and make sure you are stating what you want to state and how you want to state it in as simple way as possible, grammatically correct, so that people don't trip over it with their tongues, like what I have done. Email address is properly located here. I don't see any links to things like Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or Etsy or your webpage or anything else that you may want to link people to. It's a great place to do that. Let's go back and see if you have any playlists created, and you do have a number of them. So we're just going to open a couple of them and see if you have descriptions. So in my kitchen playlist, and you do. Welcome to my kitchen, heart of the home. Let me share with you my passion for all things homemade. Sit back and enjoy as I share with you. Nicely written up description for this playlist. Let's go open a different playlist. Again, good description. Nicely done. All right. take a look at your thumbnails here real quickly. Pull these up. Get the last 18 or so on the screen for everybody. So out of these last 18 videos, just kind of glancing over the whole page. And this is a good exercise for everybody. What draws your attention? Is there anything here that draws your attention, and why? Well, I'm just going to let you think to yourselves. Now, here's the problem that I have with all these. There's too much in the background. There's not enough, I'm going to use the term, in your face on these thumbnails. There's nothing wrong with not having any text on them. That's not the case at all. But like this one that I have highlighted with my little magnifying glass. If you were to just take this and just zoom this picture in, so all you're seeing on the thumbnail is your pretty smile holding this package of seeds up, that would be more of a draw than this overall view where you just kind of blend into the background. And that's one that's bigger. Let's go to this one. The same thing. You're kind of back in the background here. This is another one. You guys are kind of back in the background. Zoom that picture in. Take that exact same picture and zoom it in. Bring it closer. Make it fuller of just the two of you there. Maybe catch a little bit of the light candle on the side. This is a tough one. You've got the backlight from the window here. There are ways to help to correct that within some photo editing programs, but this is a rough picture to edit because of that backlight from the window. So this one is tough. This one is tough. You got that backlight from the window. I mean, you would be better off different time of day taking a different picture. This one is a little better, but I would still get it tighter. I would, if you were to bend down further, get closer down to the canning jars, you could enhance this greatly. You get more of a or take this tray of the canning jars and like hold it up beside your face or something. Just get a little bit creative on that, and try to separate it out. All right, nice job on that. Let's go back to the home page. See how you've altered your channel here. All right, uploads, that's the default, and then you've added popular uploads, which is another default container, and then you've added create a playlist, which is the cheap, easy way to throw everything in there. Well, and then you've added in my kitchen. So here's my thought. Come back into your home page. If you want to leave your uploads here, well, that's fine. Take this popular uploads container and delete it. Get rid of that. Go to your create a playlist container. Delete it. Get rid of it. In their place, pick out as many of these individual playlists as you like and add those so that they fall in like with this in my kitchen. Now, based upon time of year, I would not put Christmas 2019. I would not make that as a container up here. And this is something you can change frequently. There's no no harm in changing that. You can go and change the banner on your page every day if you wanted to. There's no reason to, but you could certainly do that. All right, folks, it is approaching 7:30. We still have 50 people in here, and I know that other folks are going to be coming on here if they didn't already start at 7 o'clock. So we've engaged a lot of your time here tonight. We're trying to consolidate a little bit rather than sit here for 4 hours, which a lot of people cannot do, and we certainly understand that. We're trying to maybe get this down into just a couple hour time period. Number one, we appreciate each and every one of you being here. I'm so often I don't give our moderators enough credit. Mods do a fantastic job. By all means, check them out. Check out everybody that's in here. A lot of great channels.
It's a break time.
No, this is going to be end time. Yeah, no dough acres. This is going to be end time. We've had a long week. Most if not all of you already know that. And if you have any questions, please send us an email. If you'd like to become a part of our channel, please hit that join button down there below and join us in our ventures to help others. I don't know what else to say. Appreciate every one of you out there. Good to see you all. We got over 50 of you still out here, and that's just fantastic. So, yeah, go ahead if you've got anything new going with your channel, if you're wanting to get a collaboration going, ask the folks in the chat here. You know, this is a good place for you guys to communicate with other creators. Was that Northern Ohio? Northern Ohio Railroad. Thank you so much. We certainly appreciate that very, very much. And thank you all for being here. We'll do this again next week. If we're looking to you folks to help us develop the channel for what you want. We're here to help you guys. We're not doing this for us. We're here to help you guys. And so we need your input. Anything else you can think of, Sherry? All right. Everyone have a wonderful evening. We will see you in various chats, I'm sure, over the weekend. Everybody take care. Have a great week, and we will see you later. Bye.
What we do here is go back.